back and down. We're going to zip up those abdominals and we're going to lengthen that tailbone. Imagine that you are suspended from the ceiling by the back side top of your head. Every time you inhale, grow a little taller. Every time you exhale, through your mouth, pull those ribs down. Inhaling to grow tall and exhaling to press down through those ribs. 2 more times, inhale tall, exhale ribs down. So I'm going to turn sideways because as I said, we're going to start with Pilates push-ups, but we're going to work kind of different parts of the push-up before we even get started. So put your right foot a little bit forward and come up on your left toes. And I want you to bend your right knee a lot, pull your abs in, so we're working those abs, shoulders out of our ears, and then hinge forward, trying to get your back into a flat position. Roll up on those left toes, and then balance work. Lift that left leg off the ground. Try and bring that leg parallel to the ground. Keep your right knee bent. That's really important. Shift your weight, stand back up. So when we come up, we're not rounding, rolling. Make sure you're in a neutral spine. That means your abs are supporting and your low back has a little bit of arch in it. So we do that again. Left foot back, bend the right knee. Roll up on those left toes. Stay there if that's what you need to do. Otherwise, lift that left foot up, find that parallel position, keep your right knee bent, lift your chest, and then that left leg comes down. So the other thing we don't do is we don't straighten our right leg before we come up. So now I'm going to pick up that pace a little bit. Here we go. Deep breath in. Exhale, step back, left leg, right knee bends. Left leg off the ground. Inhale, tall. Here we go again. Exhale, down. Inhale, tall. Exhale, down. Right knee is bent. And inhale, up. Exhale, hinge and reach. And inhale, tall. Exhale, hinge and reach. Keep going. You should be feeling this in your right hamstring. It's both a stretch and strengthening. Stretching as you go down and strengthening as you come up. You're pushing in to that right glute and right hamstring. If I said left, sorry. Last time, bring it up. We get to do that on the other side. So we're stepping forward with the left and back with the right. Bend that left knee parallel to the floor. We hinge, arms back, and you roll up on those right toes. If you can do that, can you lift that right leg up? You can't look in the camera at the same time, apparently. And then keep that left knee bent and stand up. And here we go again. Exhale, step back, roll up on those right toes, lift that right leg, hinge, bend the left knee, stand up. And now we do that with our breathing. Deep breath in, exhaling, hinging and reaching. Inhale, tall, left knee stays bent, and reach and lift. And keep going, reach and lift, and reach and lift. 2 more times, reach and lift. Last time, reach and lift. All right, so I'm going to back up a little bit. My rolled up mat, my actually folded up mat is in front of me. We're going to come down the same way, but we get to use both legs this time. So bend both knees and find that hinged position, flat back. Pull your abs in, bring your hands down, try not to round, stay in extension, a little bit of extension in your spine, walk forward until your hands are directly under your shoulders. Perfect straight line. Feet are together, shoulders out of your ears. You're in a push-up position. We are holding here for now. When you are ready, point your left toes. Bring them down. Point your right toes. Bring them down. Try to do this without shifting your hips. Left toes point and right toes point. And left and right and left. Leave that there. Hinge your booty up in the air, sort of a down dog position. And then, because my wall is in the way, I'm going to have to bend my left leg and reach it up. But you're going to go here with that leg right behind you. I guess if I shift forward. Good. Bend that right knee. Make sure you bend the right knee. Left leg straight if you can. If you run out of space, you can bend it. Keep the right knee bent. Here's your challenge. Let go, lift your chest, lift your chest, lift your chest. Woo. Bring it down. All right, other leg. Both knees bend. parallel spine, parallel with the ground. Walk it out. Find your plank position, shoulders out of your ears. Right toes lift. No shift in the hips. Left toes lift. Right toes lift. And we hinge it way up in the air. Bend that left knee. And again, right straight if you can. And then bring your ribs towards your thigh. Arms out. Lift up. Woo. Bring it down. You should have felt both of those in your hamstrings. Now we're going to add on. Deep breath in. Find that flat back position as you bend your knees. We're going to walk it forward, and we're back in that high plank again. Only this time, and again, make sure your hips didn't stay tight. You are right over. Now you're going to bend your elbows backwards towards your ribs. You lower your body in a straight line and press up. And bend and press. And bend and press. Bend and press. Abs in, bend and press. If your low back is sinking, that means your abs aren't working. So keep that nice and straight. Last two. Last one. Hinge back. Left leg forward. Right leg up. Left knee bends. Ribs on your thighs. Abs drawn in. Bring it up. Feet together. Deep breath in. Woo. Exhale, bend. Flat back position. Walk those hands forward. Find that perfect plank. Pull your abs in. Bend the elbows and straighten. Bend and straighten. Two more. Bend and straighten. Bend, straighten. Other leg up. I don't remember. Oops, wrong one. Good. Bend that right knee. Ribs on your thighs. Hinge. Find that balance and bring it up. Now, if when you're coming up, you're all over the place, you can use both legs. Okay, just two more. Last couple here. Big deep breath in. Exhale, hinge it. Walk it forward. Find your plank. Perfect plank position. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Two more. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Left leg up. Hinge it back. Bend your right knee. Walk your way back, flat back position, and stand up. Inhale, exhale, walk it forward. Hands right underneath you, perfect plank. 4, 3. Remember your elbows are going backwards, not out to the side. Last one, right leg shoots up in the air. Bend your left knee a lot, walk it back. Arms out to the side. Whoo, lift it up. And relax. I am hoping that you guys are breathing heavily, because I am. We're going to sit down now on that lifted mat, right? So we're up off of that floor a little bit, so that as we walk our hips forward, we'll have not a rounding, but a sitting up tall. So again, take a moment here while we're seated to let that breath come down. If you need to. Feet are apart, toes are flexed back towards your face. Take your right arm, lengthen it, and then you're going to twist to the left. You're going to hinge forward without rounding, lift, reach, bring that right hand down as if it's on the outside of that left leg. Reach your right arm, or left arm back, sorry. Stretch and reach. Get a nice twist here, and inhale tall. That's our solve. Exhale, opposite direction. Hinge it forward. Think about reaching with that back arm, not rounding in the upper back. Lifting, reaching, and inhale, center. Here we go, just a couple more times. Exhale, reach, hinge, lift that back arm. Inhale, center. Exhale, hinge, reach, lift the back arm. Inhale, center, 2 more. And inhale, last time, and sit tall. Okay, we get to work our quads, we worked our hamstrings, so now we balance our body by working the fronts of the legs, and you know how we're gonna do it. But I'm gonna do it the nice way today. So bend your right knee and bring that rib and thigh close together, or those ribs and that thigh. So instead of having the left foot to the side, which is harder, and you are certainly welcome to do so, that left foot is in line with your spine. That spine is tall. Lift that left leg off the ground. Try not to roll back. Sit tall, and we point and flex, and point and flex, point, flex, point, flex. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Point the toes. Lift them off the ground. Lift 1 inch. Lift 1 inch. Sit tall. Lift and lift. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Flex to the heel. Lift it up off the ground. Flex, lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and bring it down. Point those toes. Lift it off the ground. Bend an inch. Stretch and reach, and reach, and reach, and reach, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Flex through that heel. Lift it off the ground. Bend the knee. Push the heel. Push, push, push. 4, 3, 2, 1. You would think we'd be done on that leg, but we are not. Last thing, we put it all together. Lift that leg off the ground. Point it, flex it, point it, lift it. Flex it, lift it, point it, bend it, stretch it. Flex it, bend it, stretch it. One more. Point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. Ow, ow, ow. We'll stretch that in a minute. Left leg in, right leg out. Or if you were on the other, go to the other. Leg off the ground. We point, we flex, we point, we flex. Point, point. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Leg down. Keep it pointed. Lift 1 inch. Lift 1 inch. Off the ground. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Flex through the heel. Lift tall. Lift, 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 lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Point the toes. Lift it up. Bend and reach. Reach, 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 and reach. Bring it down. Flex through the heel. Bend it. Push, 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 push. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it down. Here we go. Everything together. Lift it up. Point it. Flex it. Point it. Lift it. Flex it. Lift it. Point it. Bend it. Stretch it. Flex it. Bend it. Stretch it. Last time. Point, flex, point, lift, flex, lift, point, bend, stretch, flex, bend, stretch. All right, now we get to stretch those out, but what you're going to do first is flatten out your mat, please. Hopefully I'll come back into the picture. And then you're going to make your way down to a lying down position with both knees bent. And a wide stance with your feet. And then that should allow you to drop your right knee in and get a nice stretch on that quadricep, hip flexor. You might even feel some in your right low back. Inhale back up through center, left knee is going to drop in. And again, nice stretch on that left quad and hip flexor. And inhale center and exhale drop in. And one more time, inhale center and exhale drop in. Let's get a beautiful long stretch of the body. So point those toes, arms up over your head. Woo, reach through the fingers, reach through the toes, and then pull those ribs down and in. Good. So we're going to do, of course, some of our favorite traditional exercises, but we're going to add a few ones that we haven't done for a while. So leg stays on the ground for now. Right leg is going to come in, and you're going to just get a nice stretch here on the right hamstring and the left quadricep. But then we're going to lift that head up, and we're going to grab the right ankle with our right hand and lift that right leg up to tabletop. And then we're going to push it forward to lift ourselves up. We're going to lift that left leg about a 45-degree angle off the ground. Notice if you're super rounded in your upper back, you can extend, and then you can bring those elbows wide and bring it down. Stretch that right leg out on the ground. Left knee comes in, starting with that hamstring stretch and that quad on the right leg. Then you're going to take your left hand to the outside of that left ankle, lift it up, and as you do so, lift yourself up, pull your abs in, extend that right leg, shoulders out of your ears, elbows wide, and exhale, relax, but this time both knees come in. Turning this into the stretchy version of single leg stretch. Here we go. Woo, exhale, head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Right hand, right ankle, left leg reaches. Lift yourself taller rather than bring the knee in. So you go taller. Deep breath in, exhale, switch. Inhale, switch. Exhale, reach. Inhale as we switch to reach. Inhale to switch to reach. Inhale to switch. And pick up that pace. Don't forget, you're lifting yourself higher. Two more. Knees in. Extend those legs straight up in the air. Arms out to the side. We're going to start small with a corkscrew. So we're going to let our feet go to the left, but you're keeping your right hip down. And then you're going to draw a little circle and come over to the right and finish it with an exhale. So you inhale to start your circle and you exhale to finish. You inhale to start and exhale to finish the circle. One more time, up and around and back to center. Now, if you want a little more challenge, when your legs go to the left, let that right hip come up, and then up, over. When your legs go to the right, the left hip is up and back to center. So inhale, up, over, down, and around on the exhale. Finish it off. Inhale, up and over, and exhale. Bigger circles now for the corkscrew. Keep that going. Now, pause in the center. If you want to, we can make this even more challenging. However, you're only going to do this if you do not have high blood pressure, detached retina, thyroid disease, osteoporosis, vertigo, or pregnancy. If you have any of those things, you're not going to do this. You're going to stay with one of the previous versions. If you want to do it with me, legs go left. They come up over your head, down and around to the right. Finish your circle, reverse. Inhale, up overhead, exhale, down and around, inhale, center. A few more times. Now, at this point, you just choose what is your favorite version here of corkscrew. Keep it going. Well, I put myself back together here. And then next time you have completed both directions, hug those knees in, shoulders out of your ears. Okay. From there, we're going to bring both legs back up again, abs drawn in, ribs drawn in, and then we're going to bend to tabletop. So we're going to kind of keep that nice format in your abdominals, nice and flat, low back, close to the ground, or even in a pelvic tip. On the inhale, let your legs move forward and away from you, and on the exhale, come back up again. Opposite leg, inhaling forward and exhaling back up. So just nice and easy, alternating legs. If you want a little more challenge, you can let those legs pick up and the pace. You could flex through the heels instead of making it a toe tap. You could squeeze both knees together and lower both legs at the same time for even more challenge, or flex through the heels and lower both at the same time. Finally, you could pivot those knees open and lower your heels and lift. So keep going. You have 4 more of whichever version you're doing. Last 2 and last 1, and then those legs stay up. Right leg goes forward. Make sure that left leg is nice and straight, and you don't want to go so far that everything lifts up. Back to center. Left leg lowers and back to center. And then again, you can flex through the heel if you prefer. Single leg lower. And then when you are ready, you can point both legs, toes of both legs, and lower and flex to lift. And lower point and exhale, flex, lift. If you want a little bit more challenge, you can lower, open the legs, come up on the flex, point to come down, back together, point to lift, and lower, open, and keep that going. I'm just going to do a little peek at my gallery and see how you guys are doing. So I should see legs lifting and lowering here. Oh, that looks good. I see a lot of different versions. That's perfect. Modifying as needed. Beautiful. All right. How about 2 more for me, please? And then hug those knees in. Hopefully they kind of feel like they need it. And bring those knees apart. Soles of the feet together. So we've got that little triangle position. Deep breath in. Exhale, float the head, neck, and shoulders off the ground. Make sure that that right shoulder, how about the shoulder that, no, keep it right. Make sure that right shoulder isn't down on the ground. It's lifted. And then reach that right arm. At the same time, extend that left leg to the left. Abs drawn in. Inhale, center, opposite. And center. And center. Now, when I twist to one side, I'm not rolling onto that shoulder. Both shoulders stay lifted and reach and center. And reach and center. Keep that going. Last 2. One more each way. And hug those knees in. We're going to take a little rock side to side and roll over onto one side. Your arm is resting right underneath your ear, and you want to lift that waistline to create a little mouse house. Knees are bent, and we're going to pivot those feet into a little V. So the heels are together, and the legs might be slightly apart. We're going to pivot open and close about halfway. So we're doing our clam or oyster. That waistline stays elevated, pivoting that top leg open. Now, if you want to add on, you're going to lift the top leg, and then the bottom leg follows, down and close. Open, lift, down, and close. Your body might have a tendency to want to drop down when your legs go up, so keep those abs working, that side body working, really lift. If you want to add on again, open, lift, stretch the legs long, straighten them out, bend back, down and close. Open, lift, stretch, back, down, close. Open, lift, stretch, back, down, stay. Top leg in front of the bottom one, toe up, and then toe down. Toe down, or excuse me, toe up and toe down. Quick little movements. You should feel this right back here in those rotator exercises on your outer hip or rotator muscles. Waistline off the ground. Good. Keep that going. I hope you are feeling this back there. And last one, bend that knee, give that hip some nice love, and mosey your way over to the other side, please, for both of those exercises on the other side. So again, our knees are bent, stacked up, hips are stacked, waistline is lifted off the ground so you have that space. Heels are together, toes are apart, Pilates V. We pivot the knees open and press open. Again, keeping that space as best you can under the waist. It's a little bit easier with this first version, but then as we go into that second version, you open, lift, down, close. Keep that gap. Open, lift, down, close. And if you want to add on that third version, you open, lift, stretch, back, down, close. Open, lift, stretch, back, down, close. Open, lift, stretch, back, down, and close. One more. Open, lift, stretch, back, down, and close. Knee in front, toe behind, waistline lifted. Knee and toe, knee and toe. Just a few more here. And the last one, we'll bring that leg in front and give it some love. Okay, let's come up on that same side, and we're going to do our side bends. So we're going to press this shoulder back and lift up out of it. We're going to take the top leg in front of the bottom one. So you're crisscrossed at the ankles, but make sure it's top leg in front of the bottom. Create beautiful space and a lift here. Then as you come up, you're going to straighten out those legs, right? And then you're going to bend the knees and come up. So we're going to do one version of these, take a little break, and then we're going to add on if you want. Knees separate as if you're doing a curtsy when you're coming down. A little separation and lift. Beautiful. Last two. And last one. As you come down, notice where your knees are. If that was good enough, you're going to stay there. If you want more challenge, you scoot your knees closer. So now, when you come up to get your legs straight, you have to lift so much higher. So give that a whirl if you want. If that didn't work for you, go back to the previous version. Last time, and lift. We will do the other side, but first, mosey on over onto your abdominals, please. All right, let your forehead just rest on your hands for a moment. Legs are long, and as always, it's the toenail side of your foot that's on the ground. Your heels might be apart, so let's squeeze them together. When you squeeze those heels together, you should feel your inner thighs ignite, and now let your heels separate. And now squeeze them together. So you're gonna open your heels, close your heels. Open and close. I'm gonna bend my knees so you can see them. Opening and closing, opening and closing. Good. 4 more. So feel your inner thighs and also feel your booty squeeze. Last 2. Last one, leave that all. Squeeze, lift your kneecaps, but put your toenails on the ground. Deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders lift off the ground. Hands hover right underneath you. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, arms guide forward. Pull back, breaststroke, all 10 toes on the ground. Inhale, reach. Pull back. Sorry. That was an exhale, reach. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach. Inhale, pull back. Exhale, reach. Pull back. 2 more. Reach. Pull back. Last time. Reach and pull back. And take a little break. Let those hips rock side to side. All right. Keep your upper body down this time. Reach through those legs. Lift those quads. Legs come off the ground. Try and get your thighs off the ground. Head down. And just give me a little flutter kick here. Now I want you to notice, if you can, it's kind of challenging to kinesthetically be aware, but is one leg lifting higher than the other? So try to match them and then relax. So we're going to put those 2 things together. Belly button pulls in, heels together, legs lift up, start your flutter kick, lift your upper body, inhale, and exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull back, exhale, reach forward. Inhale, pull back, exhale, reach forward. Keep that going. And relax. And this time we're pressing all the way back into that shell stretch. And we sit back, or you can make little fists and sit back, and a little knee thing going on. So I can do something weird here. All right, as you come up, pivot over onto the side that you did not do yet, right? So turn your head to the other end, and we're doing our side bends here. So again, that elbow is right underneath your shoulder, and our legs are crisscrossed, top leg in front of the bottom one, right? We're in a nice straight line, so I was a little bit of hinge here as if I'm lazy boy recliner, so straighten it out. Pull those abs in, bend the knees a little bit, and then we come up into that first side bend, knees pivot open as you come down. So up and down. Two more. And come back down. Now, if you want to stick with that, that's fine. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you're going to bend your knees closer, right? So that now, when you go up, you really have to lift your hips a lot, and then you'll have a bigger move as you curtsy. So join me if you have not already. And last time, bring it down. Keep your legs how they are and sit up. So I'm gonna have to say front leg and back leg. Front leg, take the front arm in front. Side leg, take the arm out to the side. Before you do so, push that knee back so it's slightly behind your hip. And we're gonna lift that back leg off the ground. Foot is flexed. So try not to topple over all the way, but you're gonna feel this. And now from there, lift that hip. Now, if you have hip issues, if you had a hip replacement, this is gonna be challenging, but if you put something under that front hip, it should be easier. Stay with that leg lifted and push it back. Push it back. Push it back. Push it back and push it back. We put those together. Lift up and press back. Lift up and press back. Lift up and press back. Last two, up and back, up and back. Let's sit that down. We'll stretch that in a moment. We have more to do. First, we have the other side to do. So switch your legs for me, please. Remember that back leg, you want to push the knee back behind the hip. Sit up tall. If you need to, pull that glute out from under you. Front arm, side arm, back leg, lift. Flex through that heel and lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, 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 lift. Hold it there. Push back, and flex, and push, and push, and push, and push together, up and back, and up and back, lift and back, lift and back. Last two, lift, back, lift and back. Ooh, lovely. All right, let's go into a lying down position and add our bridge to that. So our glutes will be just a wee bit more engaged, a little bit more sore. In other words, they'll have more love. All right, so feet are, if possible, big toes touching, heels touching, ankles touching. That doesn't work for you. Hip distance is fine. Neutral spine, so let's just give it one tuck and one tip, and one more time, tuck and tip, and then find halfway. So that's your neutral. Your abs are drawn in, and yet there's a little bit of space under your low back. Hands are gonna reach, shoulders back and down. When you're ready, lift your fingers off the ground. Make sure your shoulders are reaching out of your ears. And then lift those hips up into a beautiful neutral bridge. We're going to come straight down, not articulating, and straight up. And straight down, and straight up. Just regular old lifting bridges here. 4. Last 2. Last 1. Bring that right knee in. Stay lifted in your left side. Extend that right leg up, reach it up, point those toes to the sky, add your hands up, poke a hole in the ceiling, poke, lift, and lift, and lift, and lift, and 4, 3, 2, and 1. That left glute and hamstring should be feeling this challenge. Right leg moves to the right and back through center, to the right and center, right and center. Last time, right and center. Now it goes down to the left leg and it opens right and center, right and center, right, center, right, center. 2 more, right, center, right, center. Woo. Everything down. All right, other side. Shoulders out of your ears. Lift those hips. Bring those arms off the ground. Bring those arms up as you bring that left knee in. Give it a nice hug. Make sure your hips didn't drop around. And then from there, point those toes. And again, we poke a hole in the ceiling and poke and push. Straight up. Press, press, press. Beautiful. Stay lifted. Bring that leg to the left and center. Left and center. Left, center, left, center. 2 more, left, center, left, center. Bring that leg down, open, close, hips stay even, open, close, 2 more, and bring that down. Hopefully you need a little hamstring stretch. Right knee into your chest, hug it in nice and close. Let it move over to the right. Let your left leg pivot open at the same time. Put your right elbow on the ground to support that right leg in just a nice little stretch here. Then as you come back to center, keep that right leg straight and flex through that left heel as you straighten it out on the ground. Bring that right leg slightly to the left and turn your toe in. So now IT band stretch and calf stretch, so IT and calf. And you can push that heel up towards the sky outside of the foot to get a little calf stretch. Then bring that knee into your chest. Give it a nice stretch back through center and extend it up again. Point your toes, lift yourself up, point, 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 flex, bring that down. Point to lift and flex to bring that down. One more time, point to lift, flex down. We're going to take that right ankle across the left thigh and then let it drop open. So inner thigh stretch, and as we bend that left knee, bringing it into the outer hip stretch. Thread your needle, and then if you want, straighten out that left leg. You could flex through that left heel. You can bring that left leg closer and then push the right knee open. Now, I want you to notice, did your tailbone curl up? I challenge you to put your tailbone down and yet pull your leg closer. And then finally, knees cross all the way over, deeper stretch. We're going to turn this into a twist, and so arms open and knees drop left. And that should give you a beautiful stretch through your right low back, your right hip, your right hamstring, maybe even your right chest. And then as you come back through center, straighten both legs out. And as always, just compare the two sides. I'm hoping that your right leg feels longer and lower to the ground, and then we'll bend the right knee. And bring that left knee in, and bring our hands behind it, nice and easy. We're gonna pivot it to the left. We're gonna open the right knee to the left, right? Left hand supports that left leg. Good. And then straighten out that leg. As you come back through center, right leg flexes, pull that. Bring your left leg to the side, point your toe, pigeon toe, rotate the leg, press the heel towards the sky, outer calf and IT band stretch here. And then back through center, hug that knee in, straighten it up, point the toe, lift up, 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 point, point, point. Exhale, flex and bring it back down again. And inhale, point to lift, and exhale, flex down again. And one more time, we're going to point lift, exhale, flex down, cross the right foot over the left leg, and then let it pivot open. So that starts that inner thigh stretch, and then we drag that right leg in and reach and thread the needle. You can straighten out that right leg if you want. You can flex through that heel, pull those legs closer, and then if the tailbone curled up, put the tailbone down, but then try to pull the leg closer. And then cross those legs all the way over, arms to the side, twist to the right. Nice stretch through that low back, left hip, and outer thigh. And then all the way back through center, and just take a moment and compare those two sides. All right, bend both knees for me, please. Scoot, scoot, scoot. Everything comes in, rolling like a ball. So you're going to grab your ankles if you can. You're going to bring your forehead to your knees. You create a little bit of rock to start with. As you know, if you have osteoporosis, you might just stay with this small rocking. That one's not so bad, right? Or you could rock side to side. If you are doing the rolling like a ball, you're going to exhale to roll, try and pause at the top. Exhale to roll, try and pause at the top. Little roll. And then last time, stay up, shoulders out of your ears. Keep your hands on your ankles. Keep the knees bent and give me a hinge forward. And then you're just slowly going to start to scoot your hips back, but only as much as you can do without dropping and rounding. So just kind of press, press, press. Some of you will be able to go straight-legged, and that's fine. But you just want to make sure at no point did you drop into your hips. Not drop into them, but drop into them. Shoulders out of your ears. Press down on your shins and sit tall. Okay. We couldn't do class if we didn't do roll downs and our little shaky shimmy. So here we go. Feet are together, palms out front. Roll your shoulders up, back and down, and give me that little opening that you would in ballet class. Exhale, hinge back, and then tuck those ribs and hips together. From that open arm, I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together and squeeze them. Stay back, squeeze and squeeze. Adding on, squeeze back, tuck in. Squeeze, tuck, squeeze, tuck, squeeze, tuck, squeeze, tuck. 4 more, and 3, and 2, and 1. Lower those hands, come up, go the opposite way. Extend that spine, so get a little arch. Doesn't matter if your knees come apart on this. Hopefully you felt those. We're gonna feel them again. So hinge back, pull your abs in, open your arms, bring those elbows back. As you squeeze back, you also pull your abs in. We squeeze and tuck, squeeze and tuck, squeeze and tuck, squeeze, tuck. Couple more. Stay back, hold, pull your abs in. Can you extend your arms straight? Could you bring them up into a V? We're gonna hold here, holding, arms above the head if you want, but pull those abs in. Earthquake, not earthquake, a little shake and shimmery here. If you start shaking in your abs, that's awesome. If you're not shaking in your abs, could you go a little farther back until you feel that shake? Or could you extend your arms a little farther? 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug all the way up, sit up nice and tall. We are rolling over onto our hands and knees, please. All right, so we're gonna do our little stagger here. So I want you to step forward with your right hand and your left knee. And then you're not doing anything other than just moving forward and back, right? Just a shift with your hips. And now we're gonna change this and make it a cat-cow. So come forward, drop into your cow, round back cat. Come forward, cow, and round back cat. And one more time, forward in your cow and rounding back in your cat. Right hand back, left knee back. Left hand forward, right knee forward. And again, we're undulating that. Oh, sorry, no, we're just shifting forward and back to start with. And now we turn it into cat-cow. So we cow forward and cat back. And cow forward and cat back, cow forward, and one more time, cat back, and then everything squares up. So now we're gonna cat-cow. You can unmute yourselves if you would like to join me. I know that some of you have told me stories about the dogs going a little crazy as you cat-cow. So if we unmute ourselves, maybe we'll have a nice chorus and see what happens. Here we go, just out of our ears. Exhale, tuck that booty under. Pull your belly button in, round that low back, mid back, upper back. Let your head hang, maybe nod yes and no, and give me a meow. Thank you. And then we inhale, tip that tailbone up. Shoulders slide out of our ears. Back of the neck is long. Extended your old moo cow. And exhale, cat. And inhale, cow. One time, cat. And last time, cow. Beautiful. All right. Thank you, guys. We are going to do a little trivia at the end here. So feel free to come on in, unmute yourselves. I want to check in and see how everything went.